Money could either make you or break you. It all comes down to how you manage your funds and what you decide to do with them. People tend to get carried away, especially during their youth. Inevitable money mistakes could make it nearly impossible to achieve financial stability later in life. So, it is wise to correct your ways now, then regret them later. So if you want to be financially secure later, here's a list of things you should not do. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about 10 money mistakes you will regret later in life. Mistake 1. Imagining that college will make you wealthy. If you're like the average American adolescent, you've already chosen your course in life. You'll be expected to do well in high school so that you can attend a reputable college. You'll work for 40 years or more before retiring, and perhaps you'll have enough money to buy a house and take a few holidays during this period. The unfortunate reality is that most young individuals don't realize that education isn't a surefire way to get rich. The real world is not the same as what is taught in a classroom. Simply acquiring a college education will only allow you to work a routine job that will never pay enough. To move forward financially, the rich recognize that they must pursue abilities outside of formal education. Make sure you invest your time in polishing your skills and learning new ones. This will take you forward when you really need it. Mistake 2. You are not pursuing your research. Intelligent are those people who know whom to look up to for the best advice. For example, people seek financial advice from their parents who have never made a six-figure salary, or seek business counsel from individuals who have never had a profitable organization. Your early years should be a time for learning and challenging what you've been taught and delving deeper into your own best ideas and points of view. Age does not always imply wisdom. If you know how to follow your instincts correctly, you can go a long way. Mistake 3. Unnecessary spending. Many individuals have a persistent desire to live like the people they see on social media, who drive nice cars, wear costly clothing, and live lives that are out of reach for 99% of the population. Young people do their hardest to attain the material commodities that their role models possess, such as the latest phones or gadgets. Yet all this does is make them poorer than they already are. Your primary responsibility as a young person should be to lay a sound financial foundation for your future. To accomplish this, you'll need to develop saving habits and learn how to invest. We understand that this advice seems unpleasant right now, but it will be worth its weight in gold when your net worth begins to expand dramatically in the future. Mistake 4. Too quick to give up. When something becomes too difficult, it is easy to give up. It could be a difficult college class, a significant person with whom you're dating, or the startup of your first business. Giving up what you're doing to attempt something new can be a more convenient alternative at times. Unfortunately, we have a history of giving up too readily. There are several reasons why people give up. It's possible that you don't enjoy what you're doing. When things are rough, resist the need to take the easy way out. Continue to push through, and you could surprise yourself. There is no more satisfying feeling than getting through a difficult situation and emerging victorious. Just continue to fight. Mistake 5. Investing without a plan. If you've been following sound financial advice, you'll know that it's critical to begin investing as soon as possible. The thousands of stories of people who have made millions by investing in the stock market might be tempting to follow as a young adult. When making any form of investment, whether young or elderly, you must always do your homework. Suppose you want to invest in a company stock. You should learn to read financial statements, understand financial ratios, and understand the industry in which the company operates. The same may be said about real estate. You must understand the demographics of the area where the property you wish to buy is located, trends in rent and vacancies, and how interest rate changes may affect your investment decision. Before investing, you must conduct a thorough study. If you want to master investing, the best way is to read some excellent books and speak with others who have made successful investments in the assets you seek. You will avoid the heartbreak and disappointment that comes with losing your hard-earned money this way. Mistake 6. Needing instant gratification. Immediate pleasure may be the most significant obstacle in a young person's life when it comes to obtaining any level of achievement. Because of social media and the instantaneous culture we live in, today's kids are unwilling to wait for their efforts to be completed and want the results they seek right now. Mistake 7. There is no money set aside for retirement. According to a recent bank rate poll of 1,003 participants, 69% of those aged 18 to 29 have no retirement savings at all. Your retirement may seem far away, but if you don't grasp the necessity of saving as soon as possible, you'll harm yourself. We are hardwired as humans to favor immediate gratification, even if we could obtain more by waiting. Unfortunately, as we previously stated, young individuals typically feel enormous pressure to keep up with their peers by purchasing the latest devices and clothing. Because of what's known as hyperbolic discounting, each of these transactions pushes them further and further away from retirement. To be honest, it isn't easy to persuade an 18-year-old that investing $500 now for retirement is a better investment than buying a phone that all their friends have. However, you will regret these purchases later, so you should avoid them wherever possible. Mistake 8. Not being ready for emergencies. You never expect anything to go wrong while you're young. Perhaps it's because you haven't had many difficult times in your life and are always full of energy. Still, the reality is that rainy days will come, whether mentally, physically, or financially. Not having enough money to deal with unexpected circumstances is something you want to avoid at all costs, and it's a regret that many who don't put money aside for an emergency fund will experience. As soon as you start earning money, set aside 5% of your after-tax earnings in an emergency fund to avoid any regrets that may arise from future misfortunes. Mistake 9. Purchasing excessive number of homes. One of the most exciting times in your life is purchasing your first house. However, it is likely to be the most significant financial commitment you will ever make, and many individuals overextend themselves by purchasing more homes than they require or can afford. Don't buy a house solely to impress your friends. Purchase a property that meets your needs in terms of size and price. You are the one who bears the financial load, not your friends or family, so make this decision for your advantage. Mistake 10. Putting the blame on others for your lack of success. When things go wrong in life, it's all too easy to blame others when you should be pointing the finger at yourself. Just because you partied with your pals instead of studying doesn't mean your C+ on the exam was due to them. Just because your parents forced you to go to college and you spent $100,000 on it doesn't mean it was all their fault. You are ultimately in charge of your decisions, and accepting responsibility for them is critical to having fewer regrets as you become older. When you look in the mirror at the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame, so you must forge your path and avoid blaming anyone but yourself. So now that you know exactly what not to do, we hope that this video will help you find the direction that you need and the wisdom to be good with your money before it's too late. Have you been committing any of these mistakes? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked our video, do give it a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content.